How is it possible that the most sensational dating rumor in the K-pop industry, involving two of the biggest names, was built entirely upon a foundation of optical illusions and misinterpreted coincidences? Don't miss this in-depth analysis, and don't forget to support us by clicking the subscribe button on this YouTube channel for more exclusive investigations. The narrative circulating in fan communities and on social media has created a secret love story binding Jungkook of BTS and Winter of aespa. Yet upon closer inspection, every piece of evidence presented is virtually devoid of substance, revealing a case study in how speculation can grow into a collective truth without any real facts. This speculation began with a series of proofs claimed by persistent fans supporting this narrative. The first piece of evidence often raised is the similarity of personal items. Proponents of this rumor highlight that the two idols allegedly used in-ear monitors with similar colors and designs, the same hats, and even had identical tattoos or plushie dolls. This is a classic example of how scattered small details can be interpreted as a secret code between two people. However, further investigation reveals that the in-ear monitors in question are products from the only specialized manufacturer for idols in South Korea, used by thousands of other idols, and upon closer inspection, the models and design details are not exactly the same. The choice of similar hats is very common in the fashion industry, and claims about identical tattoos and dolls are often based on items that are extremely popular among celebrities, not a secret pact. Next, the claim regarding the same location became a key ingredient in this recipe of speculation. There were strong rumors that Jungkook and Winter frequently visited the same gym in Seoul. In the context of the dramatic narrative, this was interpreted as a secret meeting outside of their busy schedules. However, the reality is that the gym in question is one of the most popular and high-class fitness centers in South Korea, strategically located in an area easily accessible to many celebrities. It is very common for many K-pop idols, actors, and other public figures to train there. To consider their presence in the same place as proof of a personal relationship is a leap of logic that disregards the reality of the industry. The peak of this frenzy may have occurred when Jungkook's Instagram account name became the target of excessive analysis. After the megastar created a new Instagram account with the username @NiJungkook, conspiracy theory fans quickly linked it to Winter's real name, Kim Min-jong. They claimed that MNI was an abbreviation for Min-jong, a hidden clue embedded by Jungkook. This theory spread so quickly and became the main pillar of the dating rumor. However, the frenzy ended abruptly when Jungkook himself provided a very direct and simple clarification via a live broadcast. MNI is an abbreviation for "My name is Jungkook," a creative way to introduce himself on the new platform. This clarification should have been the end of the speculation, but for the theorists, it was considered a denial that only added to the mystery. Another aspect that strengthened this rumor was the coincidental social media interaction. The two idols were allegedly using the same song on their Instagram stories. This brief moment was interpreted as a secret exchange of messages understood only by the two of them. However, ironically, the song they used was a viral hit that was at the top of the charts in South Korea, used by dozens, even hundreds of other idols as part of a social media trend. Isolating these two cases from the broader context of the trend shows a strong confirmation bias, where a person only sees evidence that supports their beliefs and ignores all contradictory evidence. Finally, Jungkook's presence at an aespa concert was questioned and analyzed as strong evidence. This moment was captured in videos and photos, making supporters of the rumor believe that Jungkook came specifically to support Winter. In the dramatic narrative, this was proof that could not be denied. However, in the reality of the interconnected K-pop industry, it is not strange for an idol to attend another group's concert. Often, concert tickets are given as part of a public relations strategy or as a form of interagency support. Many other celebrities were also present at the concert. Ignoring the presence of others and focusing only on Jungkook shows how selectively this evidence was collected. Overall, the dating rumor between Jungkook and Winter is a perfect case study of how fan culture and social media can construct a convincing narrative from fragments of coincidence. Every claim, from the same items to the gym visit, has been rationally debunked. There is no concrete evidence, no clear paparazzi photos, and no official statements from either party. This narrative originates entirely from theories developed by a handful of fans. This teaches us to always question information that circulates and to distinguish between fact and interpretation, especially in a world where the line between reality and fiction is often blurred on the digital screen. Do you truly believe that this event is real? Or is it just a fabrication aimed at attracting media attention and triggering collective euphoria? After examining every piece of evidence presented in the case of the Jungkook and Winter dating rumor, we are faced with a reflective mirror that highlights not only the idol phenomenon, but also the way we consume and produce information in an uncontrolled digital age. Does this news, article, or even script itself reflect facts? Or is it a hoax created for the sake of cruel sensationalism? These questions are not just rhetorical, they are an invitation for a collective introspection. Why are we so eager to believe a narrative built from a series of fragile coincidences? Why can the same in-ear monitor, a common gym location, or even a clarified social media account name become solid pillars in the collective imagination? Every small detail, originating from various media sources like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other platforms, is pieced together by fans who have strong beliefs. But are those beliefs based on facts or a deep-seated desire to see their idols in a perfect story? Have you ever stopped for a moment to consider that you might not just be reading the news, but are part of a mass psychological experiment designed to trigger emotions, not rational thought? Stories like these, which have no clear factual basis, thrive in a social media ecosystem filled with algorithms that prioritize emotional engagement over truth. Think for a moment. Why do TikTok videos claiming proof of a date quickly get millions of views, while clarifying videos that debunk them often sink without a trace? Does this indicate an innate human tendency to be more interested in scandal and fictional romance than in boring reality? You are faced with a choice. Do you want to be a passive consumer who gets swept up in a prepared narrative, or do you want to be a critical thinker who demands verification at every step? We must seriously question why rumors like this are so easily accepted, even by those who claim to be true fans. Is there a deep need for fans to create a narrative that complements the image of their idols, filling in the gaps of their private lives that are intentionally kept secret by the agencies? Aren't we indirectly encouraging sensationalism when we share every clip, screenshot, and baseless claim with a hashtag that incites virality? Every time we participate in a fan war triggered by a dating rumor, we are not only damaging our own idol's reputation, but also becoming a part of the big machine that drives the entertainment industry with the fuel of controversy. Reflect on this case again. The claim about the same in-ear monitors is actually proof that the idol equipment market is highly concentrated. The claim about the same gym is merely a reflection of the similarity in celebrities' lifestyles. The claim about the Instagram account name is evidence of a stubborn overinterpretation, which was ultimately debunked by the simplest answer. And the claim about the concert attendance is proof that, in the entertainment industry, supporting fellow artists is a common thing. So, does the true truth lie in what is presented by the media, or in what we diligently search for behind every pixel, every word, every movement, until we find what we want to see? We are at a crossroads where information from various platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and more, compete to grab our attention. The speed of this information spread often outweighs its accuracy, creating an alternative reality that feels so real that it is difficult to distinguish from fact. Therefore, we emphasize the importance of a skeptical and reflective attitude when responding to every piece of circulating information. Do not immediately believe every news story that comes your way, especially those that trigger a strong emotional response. Challenge every claim, seek out credible sources, and ask yourself, am I really sure, or do I just want to believe? Because in the end, truth is not determined by popularity or how quickly a story spreads, but by the power of irrefutable evidence. Thank you.